Isaac, now we're essentially to the midway point of practice this week as you stare down Oklahoma. I know that it was tough to turn the page after a brutal game against Iowa State, but where are you mentally as a team and as an offense, at this point of practice?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough. Obviously, these past 3 games have been kind of an eye-opener for us of, the conference as a whole and, the teams that we're playing. But we can't let up. We can't, back down, can't cry about the past games. We got Oklahoma, who's top-ranked team, coming into our house. We got to play our best game. And so that's what we're looking forward to, and we're preparing the best for them.
Kalani and Aaron Roderick have both mentioned, look, we're throwing in different twists and trying different things to try and get the guys into, a new lane, if you will, to kind of get their confidence back. So in your opinion, how are things different this week in practice? Like, what are those nuanced changes, if there have been any in your opinion?
I feel like we're going actually a little lighter. We're a little lighter on our feet, not as much team reps that we've been doing in the past. I mean, these past 10 weeks we've been going pretty hard on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and they kind of scaled it back a little. They know, we've gone through a tough schedule. They know we've our bodies are really beat up, and so kind of laid off us a little, which has helped, I think, in my opinion, just being an older player. But they're also trying to stay positive with us. They're telling us what we've done wrong, obviously, and they're coaching us and helping us improve. But they're also trying to point out the good things that may happen. Some of the good things that may have happened in the game. And, just making sure we have confidence going into this game.
It's going to be your senior day, even though you're not technically I guess technically you are a senior, but if you throw in COVID exceptions and red shirts, it feels like you could play forever.
I know, yeah.
So how is this emotionally for you, knowing this is your final home game at LaVell Edwards Stadium?
No, it's pretty sad. It's like a whole chapter being closed in my life. I've enjoyed every minute of being a BYU football player, and just growing up, idolizing all the players and then becoming one and able to contribute to the team has been so awesome. And so I'll always be a part of BYU, though, coming back. I got brothers that will play here, cousins that will play here. So the Rex name will be a legacy name for a long time at BYU, and, I'm excited to see where it goes. But, yeah, for me personally, it's sad, but, I'm excited for, maybe a new chapter after football.
Maybe this isn't the time to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway, because you are the all-time touchdown receptions leader for tight ends at BYU, and you talk about the Rex name being associated with BYU forever. It's there with your dad now. It certainly is there with you. What does that type of mark mean to you, to have accomplished something like that?
It's cool. No, I can't deny it. It's been super cool, to kind of have a record at BYU. I mean, there's been so many good tight ends. There's been so many better tight ends than me. There's going to be better tight ends than me at BYU. But, having a record to my name is pretty cool accomplishment. I can't thank the coaches enough. I can't thank, my teammates, all the guys who threw me those passes, the defenders that maybe lost their eyesight a couple times, or I was able to make a play on them. It's been a fun journey at BYU. And so it's been really cool. I was talking to Dennis Pitta today. We watch film every week, and he thinks it's a super cool accomplishment, and it's cool to see alumni kind of reach out to me and say how they're proud of me, and it's been a really cool experience.
Well, I can tell you this much: you're the best tight end to ever have cabbage patched in an end zone. You agree with that?
Yeah, I'm probably the only one. So there's not much competition. So. Yeah.
Fair enough. As you look at Oklahoma's defense, we switch our attention back to the game. How do they compare to other Big 12 defenses that you have seen?
Yeah, they don't have a set defense, Oklahoma. When you look at their defense, it's different coverages every play, different fronts every play, different blitzes. I know Brett Venable, he's been, a defensive guru his whole career, starting at Oklahoma and then going to Clemson. And his defense is super complicated. They have so many different looks that they're going to give you. But, they also have really good athletes to back it up, smart players. Oklahoma is a really good team. And so hopefully, we could capitalize maybe on, because they have so many different variations and different defenses, we can hopefully catch them off guard in some cases. But, Oklahoma's defense is, really highly rated. They're good. They got highly rated guys all over the field, so it's definitely going to be a challenge.
Where do you feel like BYU, whether it's Jake Retzloff or it's Keaton Slovis, has a chance to exploit some of those multiple fronts?
Yeah, I feel like, just maybe in the game, just taking what's given to you, just for the quarterbacks, just don't try to maybe do too much. Just play within your range, play within your game. And I know those guys have done it before. They've made a lot of great plays this season. And, I just don't, when you try to like outplay yourself maybe, or try to do too much, that's when mistakes maybe happen at times. So that's how I feel maybe as a more experienced player whenever I try to do, what's out of my lane or out of my job or, out of whatever my assignment is. That's kind of when things fall apart. So Jake and Keaton, they're going to play great on Saturday. They have a lot of experience too, and they're going to, just play within the system, play within the game, and everything will be good.
I know what a sixth win in a bowl game would mean to you, certainly as a guy playing your last year at BYU and to so many others. And the guys have been very open about it. They've mentioned it a lot, like 6 wins is on our mind. How do you deal with that and compartmentalize that while you get ready for the first of your 2 remaining games?
Yeah, I mean, I really want to get a 6th win. I want to go to a bowl game. I haven't missed a bowl game. This is my 5th year, so I haven't missed a bowl game yet. And, bowl games are always fun. I get to take the wife and the kid, which will be cool, to wherever we're going. And, it's a good accomplishment, especially in a first year in a conference that, is really a good conference. It would be huge for BYU to get that 6th win and to be able to go to a bowl game. So that is on our mind. We can't deny it. But if you're too focused on that one win, you're not going to be able to focus on your assignments and your everything else. It's like one play at a time. Just focus on your assignment, do your job. That's kind of what we're preaching this week. And, that win will come if we all do our 111th.
All right, as we close out and you think again about senior day, what would your message be to BYU fans that were there against Iowa State and we're frustrated, but knowing you need them to show up and be that, LaVell Edwards Stadium magic for you against a team like Oklahoma?
Yeah, no, we're going to need every fan there. Obviously, we're embarrassed to have a home loss like that against Iowa State, and we promise, we're not going to put that up. We're going to put up a fight. We're going to go down to the wire. I mean, we need every fan there cheering their heads off, being loud. It helps us so much, and LaVell Edwards has always been a tough place to play at, and especially early in the morning, when we're they're just waking up, we're just waking up. Like, if we could get that loud sound going, that basically an alarm, like tell us to wake up, and also tell them like, hey, you're coming into a crazy house, it will be huge for us. So I mean, we're obviously embarrassed about Iowa State, but we're moving on. We're trying to put on a better product on the field this Saturday.
Isaac, we appreciate the time as always. If you got a magic breakfast food on Saturday morning, it's time to break that out, man.
No, seriously. I mean, I think our wake-up call is at 6:15, so throw back to the mission. Good thing I was always obedient on that rule. I always woke up at 6:30. If my mission president's listening to that, I actually was very obedient, but sometimes, I maybe looked up BYU stats online and stuff like that. But
maybe snuck BYU Sports Nation a little bit.
Yeah, but now the kids have, Facebook and all that, so I don't even feel bad for maybe going on the internet on P-Day. But I always woke up at 6:30. That was the one rule I never broke.
I love that. Actually, I want to say one more thing. If you get in the end zone at any point against Oklahoma or Oklahoma State, I want you to Cabbage Patch again.
Maybe I will. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Thanks, Isaac.
All right, thanks.